Technical difficulty. Let's do that again.
Okay.
Welcome to Fearless Fempreneur Show. Thank you so much every Friday night. I know it's you might have better things to do, like maybe shopping, but it's okay. This is a great place for you, where, as usual, every Friday and every single time we have the Fearless Fempreneur Show, we interview amazing women entrepreneurs from all different types of businesses out there all over the world. So today is no different. We have an amazing woman here with us today. Her name is Viveka Kalidasan, and she is an amazing human being, and in my own opinion, based on her bio, right? So let me just read out to you the bio, and then we can say hi to Viveka. So Viveka has been recognized as a top 100 women in technology in Singapore. And as an innovator and technopreneur, she develops and commercializes patient-centric deep tech medical devices with spotlight on Femtech. That's a lot of words for me. Yes.
Sure.
And she has this translational research work on wireless sensing, WISE, that Suches is published in the prestigious Nature Biomedical Engineering and made it to the cover of October 2021 issue and was spotlighted in the Nature News and Views. Viveka believes in empowerment through education, and in particular, she has this very strong passion to equip people, especially young girls, with STEM knowledge, right? I think that's one of the things that really inspires her. And on a lighter side, Viveka is a fitness freak, a globetrotter, a bookworm, an equestrian, and a light political observer. So definitely, I think we're so happy to have you here, Viveka. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Huda. I'm super excited to, be a part of your show. Heard a lot about, and I'm actually very honored that finally I'm talking to you. So thank you for having me. Yes.
Thank you for being here. So, right before we got onto the call, I actually asked Viveka, do you want me to address you by doctor, or are you okay with Viveka? And she's so humble, and she said, no, just call me Viveka. So I think that goes to show, that when it comes to the work that we do, the passion drives. It's not about the title. It's not about the, as much recognition as it is. It's about the passion that drives, So I want to know a little bit about this project that you have, the Edify project, as well as a little bit about yourself. So share with us, what is it that you do at Edify Project, and how did that get started?
Sure. About me, I think you said it well. Too many words there, of course. But then, about me, I'm a person who's very much passionate about commercializing technologies that I have developed, other people have developed. So that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what keeps me going. But that's like the professional side of me. But otherwise, as a person, I'm egalitarian. I believe in equality. I live for that. And I also try to do things on a day-to-day basis so that more women can be empowered and the gender gap can narrow. That I think this is all me. This is all who I am, right? So, and apart from that, about the Edify project itself, I'm so crazy. I try to do too many things. So after my PhD, I thought, okay, I'm going to do experiential education. So I went to Scandinavian region because they do a lot of experiential education, And then I thought I'll come back and do that to Asian kids. But then on the way, I thought, no, let me be more focused. So let's do something for girls. And also, I was actually doing it for girls, to bring more girls into STEM, because I want to have more colleagues who are women, because it's so lonely out here, right? And I also started getting, comments from women that, can you do something for us? Or women who have actually taken a break and went on to achieve. They came back to me telling that, is there something that we can do, along with you, so that we can bring more people like us? That was really phenomenal, I should say. I thought, why not? This can be a community of bringing more girls and women into STEM. I think that's something that most people around here do. So more so, I want to bring more girls into entrepreneurship. I want girls and women to think beyond. There was this girl who was telling me that, oh, if it's anything related to women entrepreneurship, it's mostly fashion, it's mostly soft skills, right? So we want to have more STEM-based women entrepreneurs, so that one day we can remove the word women out of it and just call them entrepreneurs, right? So that's why Edify, that's why the Edify project. Edify means uplift. So I just want to uplift. Yeah, that's the story behind it. Yeah.
Amazing, Viveka. You know, when you said all of those things, like goosebumps everywhere, because I really resonate with what is it that you're sharing. So even at Fempreneur Secrets, our mission is to build a world where business-savvy women exist globally. So that really resonated well with me as well, knowing that I'm not the only one, and knowing that there are other women as well who is, fighting and championing for the same mission as well.
Absolutely.
So it's so amazing, Viveka. I'm blessed to have you on the show.
Okay,
so a little bit about the topic today. So there's this term that we have heard going around, a variation of things, like when we want to talk about entrepreneurship, we always think about the variation or the different types of entrepreneurs that's available out there. And the same thing is true as well in technology. So there's so many different types of technology out there. So my first question for you is, what exactly is Femtech, and should we be concerned about this?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's just a combination of female and technology. So primarily, it is any technology or innovation that helps to eliminate or reduce female-related problems, female physical as well as mental well-being. So innovations which are focused to empower women and try to solve their physical and mental problems. So those are Femtech solutions. Yeah, as simple as that.
Wow, that's really simple. I don't know, it's just so simple to explain. So woman-related problems being solved through technology.
Yeah.
And when we talk about technology, are we talking about high technology? Or are we talking about, in general, just technology in general, like even the internet and things like that?
Yes, anything like all these, for example, fertility tracker apps in our mobile phones, that's a Femtech. And also technologies which are being used by gynaes, to help women in their pregnancy or in their postmenopausal stage. It could be as sophisticated as that, and it can be a simple mobile app which will help track fertility or reproductive health of the woman. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just clear. It's just a cool jargon, I guess. Yeah, to put them all inside one umbrella, one bucket.
Okay. Yeah. So now that makes a lot of sense. When I hear the term Femtech from the very first time that you came, to share with us about this, I was very intrigued. I thought that Femtech is not about solving women problems, but it's a woman who is in technology. So I thought it as that.
Oh, we can call that too, but yeah, it's I think that you are not wrong. There's no one way to define it. But as a innovator in this space, that's how I look at it. Technologies to solve women-related problems. Yeah.
All right, that's great. So having said that, in terms of the Femtech that we are looking at, is it important for us to know about this in Asia?
Absolutely. Actually, too many reasons why Femtech should be more pronounced or more, you have to give a shout out for Femtech in Asia because Asia does have a lot of first world nations, but it is predominantly third world nations and, developing countries and low income countries. So it is very important for at least researchers and entrepreneurs like me to bring innovations that will help empower the low-income people, women from low-income, and also women from high-income countries. The main reason being that it doesn't matter whether the woman is from a first world country or a third world nation. I think that women are stripped of their power to make decisions for their own life. When to marry, when to have a kid, when to, So I think through innovations, through technologies, we have to make their life simpler so that they can have a choice of when they can get married, when they can have a kid, and what they have to do for the kid. And the decision has to be theirs. So for this particular reason, I think in Asia, which has a more conservative mentality, so to say, when compared to the Western world, it's important that we bring these technologies and push them into the market and say, hey, you can use this technology to make your life simpler. You want to have a kid when you're 33? Please, you can, because we have a technology which will help you to take that decision then, right? So I think it's important in Asia or even any part of the world. Yeah.
Amazing. I really resonate well with whatever that you're saying today. You know, that they are all
Thank you.
aligned to the values that we carry here at
Oh,
Fempreneur Secrets as
I
well.
know. I
So,
know.
you know,
Thank
it's
you.
so amazing. It's like, you know, you're God sent to create this
Thank you.
emphasis on the mission to carry on forward with what we are doing right here in the world.
Thank you.
Yes. So that being said, I'm also quite curious when you talk about the Asian context and, you know, being that what you've mentioned just now, we are a little bit more conservative as compared to the other parts of or Western parts of the world. How does it, you know, impact us in one way or another when we want to step into the world of Femtech as Asians ourselves?
Right, right. Yeah, this is a good question. For me, you know, personally, why I am like this, it is largely driven by how I was brought up, right? So my parents are doctors and I have a sister, my sibling, right? So we are two girls, and then it was always a gender neutral family. We were brought up in a way that even though we are from Asian part of the world, we were given opportunities. So I think more and more women can come into the space, and more femtech can be made popular in Asia. The change has to come from the grassroots level, from the families, both the men and women. Their mindset has to change. They have to look at things in a broader perspective, and that will not happen overnight. So people like us, people like you, Huda, who are trying to get this message across, you know, I could be just doing something in the lab or doing some business out there trying to spin out, but people like you are the one who try to bring this to the audience, you know, the mainstream audience for listeners, right? So I think it's that kind of outreach activities also. One is your family, another is the outreach, and also a little bit of people like me who are trying to do projects like the Edify. So we all do it together. So yeah, so that's the way forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's sort of like an ecosystem that no
Yes,
one will be
exactly.
able to survive in the world on their own. That everybody need to, you
Exactly.
know, support one another, collaborate, and then we will rise up together. Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
that's brilliant. I love your answer to that.
Thank
All right,
you.
so for those of you who are tuning in live right now, you can drop us a question. If you have anything you would like to ask Viveka, you want to get some clarity in the world of Femtech, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, just in the comments below. If you're watching it on Facebook, likewise in the comments below. So we will address them at an appropriate timing. All right. So now I'm going to ask you the next question, and this question is pretty similar to what we discussed earlier about the importance of being in this world of femtech. So is women-centric health technology the next big thing? Like you mentioned just now about the period apps, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. As I mentioned, the same reason. So we need to take our own decisions. So for that, it is important. And it is a opening $1.3 trillion US dollar market, you know, women health related the technology. So I think there's a lot of money in there. And from the $1 trillion market, at least 1 billion is being channelized every year for femtech related startups. So market potential wise, there's a lot of potential. And also it is high time women are also making money. Women are also economic, you know, contributors to the society. So it is important that we have a spotlight on women-centric technology. It's not a gender-neutral or gender-agnostic world anymore. So I think it's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's completely true what you say that women need to be part of the economy. We're not any more passive anymore. We really go out there to earn active income and be a contributing member to society, to the economy, and of course at the same time gain that economic independence. And what you have just mentioned through health technology, I think that's interesting. I didn't know how big the market is, so thanks for shedding some light on that with us. So when it comes to the world of femtech, what are some key challenges that are being faced in the industry?
Okay, so the main challenge is that most of the problems that, you know, when you try to commercialize a technology from research to, the first thing that you have to be doing or be aware of is that you need to identify an unmet need. What need am I trying to address through my solution, right? The problem with women-centric technologies is that most of the women are taught or made to believe that the problem that they have is not a problem at all. Like a postmenopausal woman might have osteoarthritis, right? For example, then the woman would think, oh, I'm old, so I need to live with this pain. But no, you don't have to live with that pain, right? So it's all a taboo, and more intimate reproductive related health issues, women will not even open their mouth. Let's say a researcher like me identifies that as a problem. I find a solution, and then I try to go and commercialize it. No one wants to buy because no one accepts that there is a problem. So that is a huge challenge. And the next challenge is that, yes, I am in this space. There are definitely a lot of brilliant women in this space, but we are just a handful when compared to the number of men. So men are making solutions for women-related problem, and how ridiculous is that? Isn't it? I'm not saying they should not, but I think we should have more women in team as technical people and also as business people. Sometimes there might be women in the technical people or the medical angle to bring the women doctors and women researchers, but the man who would be driving the business, the person who would be driving the business would be a man. So it's a very complex and multi-layered problem. To me, these are the challenges. So one is that the problem is never even acknowledged as a problem. So when you think there is no problem at all, what market are we going to have for this, right? So just to recall, about out of the $1 billion money that's been pumped into Femtech startups every year, actually only around $250 million is being used actually, so which means that there are no much Femtech startups coming out of it, which means that there are no much market potential for it eventually. That's what it boils down to, right? So these are the challenges. I want to have more women in the research, medical, and also the business vertical, all of them, they should have more women in this to address this challenge. You didn't ask me how to address, but I kind of told you. But yeah.
That's really interesting. So money has been set aside to to fund this type of businesses in the femtech industries, but it has not been utilized as much as it's supposed to. So that is a very big aha moment, at least for me. So ladies, if you're listening in, jump in. This is a blue ocean, guys.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you should come up with a new business. Find a business partner in the tech industry, and then pull it out together. So you will be able to be part of this amazing mission and of moving forward. The appreciation of the things that women do, women problems that needs solution. They're waiting for you to come out there to create those solutions for them.
Right. Yeah. More women, please. Yeah.
Yes, more women, please, and give so that Viveka wouldn't feel so lonely in the industry.
That's right.
Okay, so thanks, Viveka, for shedding some light on this matter. So I'm quite curious to find out, when you were first beginning as a femtech entrepreneur yourself, what were some of the things that you wished someone would have told you? Otherwise you wouldn't have known about this. You wish someone would have just given you some guidance. What was that?
Oh yeah, I wish someone would have told me whatever I just shared here, because I don't know, somehow I end up being I don't want to call myself the trailblazer or pioneer. I don't think I've done anything great, but I somehow end up being the first person thrown under the bus, and then I need to figure out ways of how to do. But I guess that's fine, because along the way I have made friends with great mentors, and then I realized that, okay, I had these problems, and these mentors helped me enabled me or facilitated my journey. So then I have to give back. And that's how I started the Edify project too. So I think all that I shared is actually what I wish someone had told me before and warned me before, or guided me beforehand,
Great. Yeah. So I think we're going to take some questions right now. So I've got a couple of questions coming in from my community right now. So one of the questions that was posed is that, do we need to have a master's degree? Do we need to be involved in technology in order for us to be part of this championing of change in the femtech industry?
Not at all. I tell this from, I have a PhD and all that, kind of just ignore it, because I'm a very technology agnostic person. As long as I resonate with the technology, I can enable the commercialization of that technology. So you really don't need a business degree. Traditionally people used to, big traditional business owners, they don't really have a business degree. So I think gone are those days. You don't need an MBA to run a business. Neither do you need a PhD to come up with a fantastic technology. I would say it's pure common sense and being intuitive about what is my problem and what would what would make me happy, what solution would make me happy. And I think it just stems from there, that kind of a empathetic, intuitive solution towards the problem that you might personally have and others would have. And the rest is all driven by pure passion. And the world is becoming more and more team spirited. So it's always possible that you find a like-minded person who might share your passion, who might have a business degree or a PhD to, join the journey and help you get through this. I'm not able to think of women entrepreneurs who have technically done that, but there are many men, but I don't want to quote them, like very, very famous men, like it could be Elon Musk's and, Mark Zuckerberg's. No one has a PhD degree for all the high-tech giants that they are, but I think it's totally possible. Yeah. You just need to have the right people in your team. Yeah.
I like that answer, Viveka. That's exactly true. I think gone are the days, indeed, like what you have shared. Gone are the days where your success or the progression in your career is only attainable if you have the paper qualification and if you have all the knowledge in the world. That doesn't work that way anymore
Not
now.
at all.
Yeah, it's about making sure that you have the best set of collaboration, the people, and maybe even access to the resources that you need to establish yourself forward. Yeah,
That's right.
so I've got a follow-up question to that. So in terms of the, when we talk about resources and all of that, what are some of the things for us to take note of when we are establishing a femtech business?
Okay. So it's two different things. If you're coming from a research or an academic institute and then trying to spin out, you should be, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, but any technology in general, femtech, doesn't matter. Your IP has to be strongly protected because intellectual property, your idea is your gold mine, right? So it has to be protected. So make sure that before you spin out any technology from your lab, or you don't have a lab, you decided, something in your drawing room, right? Make sure you file a patent and protect your technology first. So that's number one. And then number two, please try to have the right team, because many companies, many castles fall because we don't have the right people with the right passion to work with. So I would say these are the two very important things. I was taught, and I would share this here as well. Ideas are cheap. Technologies are cheap. You have an idea, anyone can have the idea. If you give money, anyone can make that idea into a product for you. But what's more important is the human resource, the people, and of course, a protected IP, intellectual property, patent.
Okay, that's very good advice. So protect your IP, pick the right people, and if you can find the right people to give you the financial resources, all the better. Yeah,
that's
so
true.
I think that's like really good advice over there. Yeah, so I forgot to mention also that Viveka, you are currently holding this position as in technology development and commercialization. You're a lead there at A-STAR's Institute of Bioengineering and Bioimaging. It's a lot to say, so you are really championing this mission of being that inspiring woman that maybe an 8-year-old version of yourself wants to see in the world of STEM. So maybe you can shed a little bit of light on the kind of things, just a gist of it, like what is it that you do at A-STAR?
Sure. Actually, to be very honest, this is the role that it fits my personality. It's custom made for my personality as well, my professional aspirations. So as you mentioned, 8-year-old, that is very true, because I remember having this conversation with my father around when I was 8, right? So I wanted to run my own business, and I was always good in studies. So my father always encouraged me to, pursue research. I mean, whatever you want to do, but good in research and all that, right? So I was always thinking, can we combine both? Can I, invent something and try to commercialize it? And then I later also understood that I don't have to invent the technology. Someone else could have invented, and I could be that right team, the right human resource who will help bring the technology from lab to market. So this was always my dream. And in A-STAR's Institute of Bioengineering and Bioimaging, that's exactly what I'm doing, looking at technologies and trying to commercialize them. So I'm spearheading the commercialization of technologies there. Yeah.
amazing work that you're doing here, Viveka. So
Thank you.
it's not just a matter of doing a business because you want to commercialize it, be
Yeah.
rich, which is every woman's dream, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not enough if you don't have the passion and the drive to keep
Right.
going forward. So it's
Right.
really amazing that the work that you are doing right now. So let me just take a pause and see if there's any other comments coming in from the audience.
Sure.
Okay, it looks like they are overwhelmed with the
Oh,
things that are being
okay.
shared.
Okay.
Because this is
Good
a
to know.
very new topic, Viveka. I've got to
Oh,
tell you
okay.
that. Yeah,
Sure.
because my community, as as what you have shared just now, a lot of us when we do the conversations with women entrepreneurs, it's more related to the soft skills or digital
Mhm.
marketing. And I think
Yeah.
digital marketing is the most data centric thing that
Oh,
is
yeah.
common enough in that women are running. Yeah,
Yeah.
but medtech, technology work that you're doing, femtech, they are all not what normal not normally present in the industries or in the markets for women. So this is very inspiring. So
Thank you.
definitely, I think this is a great topic that we are having here today, and we are
Thank
blessed
you.
to have you to share with this, your insights and your experience with us, so that we would
Thank
understand a
you.
little bit better about femtech. So, one
Thank you.
wrapping up question: do you have any words of wisdom for our audience who are starting out
Uh-huh.
in their business, or even maybe thinking of leaving their 9 to 5 job so they can pursue their dreams? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So my audience, all the women out there, because I assume, okay, men also, because men should also know that men out there, I believe in one thing. You need to have a dream, a purpose in life, which I always trying to find some purpose, right? So you can dream, and you should have the guts to pursue the dream, no matter what. I am not a very, strong, cutthroat kind of a person who like to achieve this I'll do anything. I'm not that kind of a person, but I think you can be a soft person and still enable the ecosystem around you to be a very encouraging ecosystem for your own personal and professional growth. So when you have a dream, I think, and when you dare to accomplish the dream, I believe that you will meet people alongside. Like, Huda, I met you. So as you mentioned just now, femtech is a word, it's a new jargon that's out there in the market, and I'm doing something in that. But I need to meet a person like you to bring it out to the common audience, right? So here we are. And how did that happen? Because we both had two separate dreams, and we try to do, somewhere in the middle, we met each other to bring this across. So I think you need to dream and dare to materialize that dream. That's my wisdom to the audience, and more so particularly for the women. They need to come out of their comfort zone no matter what, and all the men out there should encourage their mothers, daughters, wives, sisters to pursue the dream. Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. Every single word that you have said so far,
Thank
like, or
you.
every single statement, it's all goosebumps every time.
Oh, thank you, Huda.
Yeah.
I'm humbled, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
So I really appreciate you being here. So how can our listeners get in touch with you if they want to learn more?
Oh yeah, sure. My Facebook name, my LinkedIn name, my Twitter name, everything is Viveka Kalidasan. So you just Google Viveka Kalidasan, and I hope it's only me in that combination. So you can easily reach out to me via LinkedIn and Facebook or Instagram. I'm very much responsive to people who DM me or reach out to me. I'm very happy to help anytime. Yeah, especially when it comes to women-related matters. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing, Viveka. Continue, this stride and this journey in making
Thank
your
you.
name known in this world, and
Thank
creating
you.
that impact and change in the world. No matter what you're doing right now, I think in the world of technology, you are already creating a change and difference in mankind's life, whether it is
Thank
today or
you.
whether it is 5, 10 years down the road. So I'm really honored that you are here today to share this with us as well.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so
Okay,
much
so
for having me on your show. It is really like a dream come true. I've heard a lot about you. I can't believe I'm talking to you, and I really mean it. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks
Oh
to
my
the
God.
person who connected me with you. Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you.
thanks to that amazing individual for connecting the two of us as well.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so for those of you who are listening in, and if you haven't already, go on over to download the Art of Firing Your Boss ebook. It's links.femtreneur.co/ebook. That's where we share 6 steps for you to systematically plan when you want to tender your resignation. So not just
Wow.
for you to just quit and then move on with life. No, you have 4 kids or even children to take care of. So we're not going to let you leave them hanging dry. So
Okay.
download the ebook right now, links.fempreneur.co/ebook. All right. And with that, thank you so much, Viveka. I
Thank
really
you so
appreciate you
much,
being
Huda.
here.
Yeah. Have a
Yes.
good night
Okay.
and a great weekend ahead. Yeah.
You
Bye.
too. All right. So, with that,
Bye.
remember to keep learning and keep believing in yourself because the world needs an inspiration just like you. See you soon
Thank
and stay
you.
fearless. Bye.
Bye.